The latest issue of your favourite magazine just came out, and on the front page in big bold writing, it's a huge lie. False information that is out there for the whole world to see that was not published with permission. Think about it. It could have been about anyone. It could have even been about you. Anyone associated with that lie could get hurt, all because of magazines and their need for fame. Is it all just part of a game for popularity? Now let me ask you a question. Are you not quite sure if everything you read or hear is true? Well, it must be, right? If it's on the news or in magazines, there is no way they would lie. Well, that's where you are wrong. This may surprise you, but magazines and news companies often twist the truth a little so you can get more sales or to start a buzz. Can you say annoying? Here's an example. When Fox News said that the iPhone 5 was going to come out with a holographic keyboard, I wish, but that definitely was a lie, and one that made a lot of people annoyed. That brings me to my point. It is not ethical to publish false information. My first reason is impact. It all starts off by one person doing something, then a reporter hearing about it, followed by numerous newspaper or magazine articles. Then that person suffers the price, maybe loses his or her job and can't get hired by any others because who wants them as the face of their company? Now they don't have a job, so they lose money, resulting in financial stress. Maybe they used to employ a gardener or a cleaner, and now they can't afford to keep them, so that person also loses their job. And because that cleaner or gardener loses their job, they may not be able to afford to pay for their daily needs, so his or her family have to suffer as well. I know what you're thinking. This is not fair. Take Victor Paul Alvarez. In January 2015, the reporter wrote a brief news story containing a bad joke about John Bono. Despite an apology, Victor was fired. 3 months later, he was still looking for full-time work. I know he was the one in the wrong, but it still proves that there is a huge impact on both sides of the argument. When buying a product, you want what it really looks like, right? Or maybe you want an actual discount, not just a get 4 for $12 when it used to be 3, because, well, there is no change in prices. Well, if it doesn't, it is false advertising. The advertising is putting an image in the consumer's head of what the product supposedly looks like. Misleading statements and images that could make you buy something you don't really want. Take a McDonald's burger. There it is in the ads, a masterpiece, so you get one. You open the packet and see a pile of soggy buns overdosed with sauce. It's nothing like the picture. This doesn't make sense. People often sue companies for making them think they're buying something which is not what they paid for. Which brings me to my last reason. Publishing false information is against the law. If the lie was about another person or company, you can face paying a lot of money and your business could run the chance of getting shut down. Which once again results in people potentially losing their jobs and money. Do you really want you and or your company to be all over the newspapers and TV because you had got shut down and had to pay a fine? Fines for this can be up to $5,000 in the US, unless it's their second conviction that that person or business has had. Then you can be fined up to $10,000. In New Zealand, every person is liable to a fine not exceeding $1,000. I know most people will still think that's a lot, but would you rather pay $10,000 US or $1,000 NZ? This brings me to the end of my speech. I know now after I talk to you that you know about the impact, the choices and the law, and that it is not ethical to publish false information. In fact, I would say over half the things on the internet isn't even true. As Abraham Lincoln once said, don't believe everything you read on the internet just because there's a picture and a quote next to it.